Hey YouTube, this is Scarecrow Kaiser. This is the segment where I play with two decks, open-handed, explaining the moves as I go along. Hopefully it can be insightful and be entertaining. So we're gonna do this time Oracle Think Tank and Granblue. We'll do dice roll to see who goes first. Red being Oracle, white being Granblue. So Oracle's gonna play first. It's the starting hands. Alright. Shuffle back all the triggers, leave the 1 and the 2. Dropping stuff. Alright, draw 1. There's the 3, 0, and 1. That's pretty good. Alright. Now for a Granblue. 0, 1, 0, 0, 2. Return 3 zeros. That's pretty good. Another 1 and a 2. That's pretty good. Alright. So Oracle starts. See, we don't have a choice. We just ride Coco and move back here and use Coco's effect. Top card is a stand trigger, but we're not going to get to attack this turn, so save it for later. We'll put it on bottom, but it won't be staying there for too long because eventually it's going to get shuffled, and then we don't need to do anything else, so we end turn. Grandblue starts. Only grade 1s are Gustion, so we gotta ride him. Ride Gustion, move Skeleton back. And then we go battle and have the Gustion attack. We could move the skeleton forward to attack with it. Well, it wouldn't be able to attack unless we hit a trigger, and then we'd give the effects here. But I don't want to risk him dying because we're going to want him later to fill up the soul and maybe get a gauge 3 at the same time, hopefully, if we have decent luck. So we'll just have the Vanguard attack their Vanguard. And Oracle Think Tank could guard against the attack. See no reason why not. All they can do is hit a trigger, and even if they hit a trigger, it wouldn't be enough to hit. So we'll 10 shield against it. Try to check. Just a grade 3. No hit. Oracle's turn. Draw. We got 2 options to ride, Silent Tom and White Wise Man. It's pretty obvious we're going to ride the Wise Man. And then we will call Tom, play Gemini behind him to boost him for the perfect team up, 1600 that can't be blocked by zeros. And then we'll move her forward in case we drive check a trigger and can boost her up so she can attack. And we'll start with Tom attacking for 16. And we can't zero guard against it, so we're going to let that hit. We need damage anyway. So damage check, stand trigger. No one to stand, but we'll give the power to the Vanguard, so now he's in 11. So he can hopefully just stand up to the 2 attacks. No Vanguard attack the Vanguard, no blocking because there's probably not going to hit unless they hit a trigger. Drive check, no trigger. So the turn's over with. Back to Granblue. Draw. Now we have 2 options, Pietro or the Blue Blood. It's going to be easier to block with Blue Blood if he's the Vanguard. And plus these guys will still be useful when they're a rear guard and I have a grade 3, so let's do that. So try Blue Blood, and it may be a little premature to be using the skeleton yet, considering we've got 2 grade 3s in our hand. So the odds that we're going to get to another one this early might be low. Let's wait a while, and if we, for the next turn or two, still don't see a grade 3, then it might be more likely that this will hit. Plus we don't have anything to Soul Blast with yet, so there's no point in putting him in Soul. So we'll call the 2 Pietros. We'll start by having the one who can't be boosted attack the Tom. It's going to be too costly to protect Tom, so we're going to have to let him die. And then the Blue Blood Vanguard attacks the other Vanguard. There's no point in blocking it. We could actually use damage for our next turn when we have our Vanguard. So no block, right check, no trigger. And then the third, Pietro attacks, boosted up to 13 to the Vanguard. And we're not going to block that. Oh yeah, forgot to do the damage check here. Check, and then Pietro's attack. So check. Heal trigger, we can heal. So now it's back to Oracle's turn. Draw for turn. Ride the Pollen. Look at that, we drew another Tom. That's pretty cool. We'll move her back. Call Silent Bird. Or, nope. Almost messed up. Forgot I have this cocoa here. I thought it was chocolate. Effect, look at the top card. We don't need another Gemini, so we'll put this on the bottom. Now we'll call the bird. Soul Blast 2. And draw. A Pollen. We're gonna, of the 2 choices we have to play, we'll call the Tom and not the Pollen, because Tom, if he's teamed up with the bird, will only be attacking for 13 on the following turn, which the Vanguard can just block with any grade 1 or 2. We want him to be teamed up with the Gemini, so they have to 10 block him, but they'll have to do it without grade 0s. And if we wait till next turn to drop the Apollon to team up with the Luckbird, they'll have a power of 15, so that will be hitting the weak point. So we'll call Tom. We'll have Tom attack for 16 at the Vanguard, and they can't block it, so the attack hits. Then the Vanguard Pollen attacks for 16 at the Blue Blood. We wouldn't want that attack to hit. And next turn we're going to be riding Cockatoos. So let's perfect guard that attack. That way they won't get to draw, and yeah, that way they're not going to get to draw, and we'll keep the attack from hitting. And we'll have someone to revive now for next turn Cockatoos. Drive check, nothing. Second check, nothing. So now the bird gets boosted and goes up to an 11, and we'll have it attack the rear guard. And we need to have an open zone to call the guy next turn. So let's just let that attack hit so he dies. Then I stand. Oh, almost forgot. Shuffle this back. And now this Granblue stands, draws, rides Ice Prison, Necromancer, counterblasting 2. To call back, let's see, Thanatos, then we'll go battle, Have Thanatos attack first because we're going to want to try and hit a stand trigger and give him a second chance. So we'll have him do 14. Actually, we shouldn't. We should actually have him attack first because if him attack, they'll intercept, block the attack because he's only 14. So we're going to have Pietro because if Pietro didn't get a boost, he wouldn't be able to hit anyone. But with Pietro, attack Tom first. Oracles could defend Tom. It's going to end up being too costly in the end. We need damage anyway for our counterblast. So we'll let it hit. Tom will die. Then the Vanguard will attack for 10 at the 10. No guard. We've only got 1 damage. We don't care. Drive check. Second check. Both nothing. 1 damage. Damage check. Now Thanatos gets boosted up to 14 at the Vanguard, and they can't counterblast or anything, so we don't care. We'll just let the attack hit. 1 damage. Alright. Stand. Draw. We'll move back the Silent Bird. Call the Oracle Guardian. Call the Gemini, or not Gemini, Maiden. And then we'll go to battle. We'll have the Maiden attack first. Now if we hit a stand, it'll give her a second chance at attacking and drawing. So 17 to the Vanguard. We'll block that. The Vanguard attacks for 16 at the other Vanguard. We don't want that attack to hit because they're going to get to draw, but we don't really have a choice, especially since we don't know how we're going to power up, so no guard. Drive check. Second check. Critical. Critical to the Vanguard and power up here. So 2 damage is dealt. A stand trigger. Stand him. Give the power to the Vanguard. Second damage. Now counterblast for the Vanguard. Pay 2. Draw 2. And then we'll shuffle 1 back into our deck. We'll shuffle back the critical trigger. Alright. And now we can have Oracle Guardian. Attack boosted up to 20. If we attack for 20 at the 15 Vanguard, all they have to do is 10 shield to block it. So that would probably be too easy considering we don't know what the opponent's hand would be. So to make sure we get the most bang for our 20 attack power buck, we'll use it on the Thanatos. That way if they 10 guard it, it's not enough to keep him alive, and he's pretty scary already, so we want him dead. And we can't defend him, so he dies. Stand. And draw. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't look like anytime soon considering we've gone through 4 grade 3s already. I'm gonna get to use this dude. That's just called the Blue Blood Commodore. There's no one to revive and grave, so we'll just go to attacking. We'll start by having the Pietro. We'll start by having, yeah, we want Pietro. Pietro attacks first, attacking at the Gemini. We don't care, we got plenty of Geminis in hand to replace it. We'll just let it die. Now the Vanguard attacks, limit break going up to 15. We're here. Oracle's only at 3. The only thing that they could lose to is double crit. Yeah, we need damage for counter blasting next turn anyway, so let's not guard this attack. Drive check. Critical. We'll get the critical to the Vanguard and the boost to the Blue Blood who hasn't attacked yet. Second check. Wow, double critical. Critical here and boost here. Let's hope Oracle can hit a heal trigger and not just end the game right now, considering Granblue just luck sacked and double critted. Damage check. Second check. See if it's a heal trigger. Woohoo! Look at that, heal trigger. Granblue exact, and so did Oracle. So heal 1 damage. And power up the Vanguard. Alright. So now Blue Blood is at 20 and you can boost to 24. The Vanguard's at 15, so all they'd have to do is 10 guard to block it. So we're going to make the most bang for our 2400 power and attack that. That way they'd have to have 15 guard to protect it. And they're not going to waste that many cards just to protect the rear guard, so it'll die. Everybody stands and draw. Now we can call another Guardian and another Gemini. So now if any of these people hit, we're going to get to draw some cards. Start by having him attack, boosting them up to 15 at the Vanguard. We'll block it with a 10. Now the Vanguard will attack for 16. Yeah, it's pretty scary. If they hit a critical, Granblue could lose right here. We're gonna have to guard to make sure this doesn't hit. I mean, we should still have enough to block that one too. So we'll guard for 10 and 5, so 15. So they would need to hit double trigger and give them both the Vanguard for this attack to hit. Drive check. Heal trigger. Heal 1. And we'll get the boost here since we're not planning on getting lucky. Second check. Nothing. Okay. Now Maiden boosts for up to 22 at the Vanguard. Vanguard will guard for 10 and intercept. So it's 15, so the attack is blocked. Stand. Draw. Good, Romero, that's going to be helpful. We can call Night's Wind, or Night Storm. Call Romero to team up with them, so they're going to be teamed up for 20. We'll do 20 at the Vanguard first, because if we hit a stand, we'll obviously want to stand him since he can be bigger. And then if we hit another trigger, we'll give the boost to him. So his attack won't just be 14, it will be over 15, meaning they'd have to guard for more than 10. For 10 or more, I mean. Alright, so 20 to the Vanguard. Alright. We gotta make sure this doesn't. Let's see. This attack's gonna be hard to block since it's gonna take at least 2 cards to block, and we're only at 4. So we'll let the attack hit instead of wasting 2 cards just to block it. Let's check. Cockadus now attacks, limit breaking for 5, so 15 to the Vanguard. We'll perfect guard this since we'd have to use 2 cards to block it and be safe from the trigger anyway. And we'll discard this bird that we don't need. Drive check. Nothing. Second check. Heal trigger. Can't heal because we're at 4 and they're at 5, but we can get the boost here like we planned on. Right. Blue Blood can now attack for 9 at the Vanguard, which we can easily block with a 10. Oracle goes and draws and gets straight to the attacks. Going 15 at the Vanguard. Now Granblue is in a really bad spot. They got 2 grade 3s and a 0 in hand. No matter what, at least one of these attacks is going to hit and get a draw in. It's going to be too hard to defend against the Vanguard attack. So we're going to have to stop this attack now. Let the Vanguard go through, hopefully hit a trigger to power up, and hope they don't hit a critical for game. So we'll 10 against this. The Vanguard now attacks for 16. No guard. Drive check. Stand trigger. Wow, that's pretty much over with now. Power and stand. Second check. Damage dealt. No trigger. Yeah, it's pretty much over. Counterblast 2. Draw 2. And then shuffle a card back into the deck. Shuffle back the heal trigger since our turn will be ending soon. And if by some miracle we don't win this turn, we'd need the heal trigger in the deck to recover if we somehow take damage. Alright. Now, Oracle Guardian, 15 attack for a second time. Can't block that one either. Even if we hit a heal trigger, it's gonna be bad, but damage check, no heal trigger. Oracle Think Tank wins.